Hey, good morning. It's Friday morning. I didn't think this. I'm getting an early start. I usually don't start this early, but I want to get these pieces painted, and I'm going to start trying to figure out how to put them in. I've been trying to work out the details on how to put the joiner piece, which goes right here in the middle of this piece here, and I think I'm going to end up having to cut away this top piece. And even part of the rubber has to get cut away if everything's going to lay flat. But I'm just scotch brighting this black factory material, get it cleaned off, and I'm going to spray paint this. And I got 25 screw heads that need to be painted. And I still got to stop at Home Depot, and I'm going to put a couple sheet metal screws in places where the holes didn't line up and they still need a screw, like these end pieces here and over here. There's no screw hole that lines up there. I think a self tapper with the same head, like a number 8, is going to do the trick. So while I'm out shopping at Home Depot, this could be drying. So I'm just going to get these scotch brighted and painted this morning. And when that's drying, I think what I'll do is I'll take the other door off and then put it on this table here in the basement and do the gasket on the door on the passenger side. That needs to be done. But I really did not bargain for this. I thought this was going to be an easy job. Just, you know. So as my saga with the Windlace weather stripping continues, I want you to check this out. I actually found a piece of the original retainer that I saved. It was in my backyard, literally, just laying around. But here's what it looks like. And I got it next to the other retainer, just so you can see it for comparison purposes. Now the way this goes, this is literally the same piece. There and there. So I could use this old piece to at least locate the holes on the A-pillar. So this is the A-pillar side. See, it's a factory cut right there. So it came in 2 pieces. I didn't realize that. And that's where that joiner piece is that I showed you in the first video. It covers the gap, that joiner piece. And the way this goes, here's the windlass piece of the rubber. If you notice, let me see if I can get this because it's not flat. This sits right inside that little channel. Like that. You see? Whereas if I put it on this one, it's going to stick out. It doesn't look bad. It looks okay. See, it sticks out. That's fine. But if you're trying to stay authentic, which I'm trying as best I can, I mean, I could put it in this way, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go like that and sit inside that channel. But I don't know that for a fact either. I'm going to try to look at some old videos I did and see if I took any close-ups of that work. You know, for all I know, it goes like that, with it sticking out the back. I just don't remember. And then the other thing I want to mention, I found some original screws. This one here, you see, they're 832 screws. They look just a little bit different. See if that focuses in on there. And I measured the diameter of the head. It's 10 thousandths of an inch, or 1/10 of an inch. 10 thousandths. It was 0.315 and 0.305 were the 2 sizes. So that's 10 thousandths of it, 10 thousandths of an inch smaller. So not that that's enough to make a difference. So I thought it was worth mentioning. I'll end up painting these screw heads anyways to match this. See, that's the original color. That answers that question. That's the original color of the cab, which I've duplicated with the Rust-Oleum. So just a little side note on what's going on with the Windlace. I just realized this is my last can of anodized bronze. So I'm probably have to run to Home Depot and get another can or 2. Let me get my mask on and just use the last of this paint for the first coat. So now that everything's all painted, I got the top piece strapped to the workbench and clamped down, and I've got to cut away this little section. I probably should have done this before I painted it, but I want to avoid cutting this thing, but it has to be cut. There's no doubt about it. This has to lay flat with the rubber piece. So the right tool to do this with, I don't know exactly if this is 100% correct, but I've got a little baby Dremel tool in my drill, little cutoff wheel, and I'm just going to make a cut here and there, and then I'm going to try to figure out if I can cut across this way and just file it so it's flat. So that's my plan. I guess if I want, you can just barely see them. I can barely see them, but there's two scribe marks, one here, one there. Now I'm just going to see if I can cut into this without cutting the bottom piece. I guess that's the trick. This is made for a Dremel, not a drill, but it is what it is, right? You know, I could get out the Dremel. I think it's just too bulky to work with. I don't have a little baby Dremel. Let me see if I don't even know if I can get this drill in here. Yeah, it's cut, and you just got to take your time. You see it caught once and want it to fly this way. There we go. That's one. I nicked it right there, but that's okay. Cover that up with paint. So what I'm going to attempt to do, ever so gently, so to speak, is run this in at like at an angle right here. So I'm not touching the top, but I'm cutting that back piece. And I got to run along each side. So I don't know if I can pull this off, but I'm going to try it. You see the workpiece moving? I got to put a second clamp so it doesn't spin. All right, here we'll try it again. Right in there. Came right out of the drill. That's right, it's making progress. You just gotta really take your time doing this. Don't try to push it too hard. It's not like it is a cutoff wheel, but it's not like a big cutoff wheel in a 4-inch grinder where you got a lot of, you know, it's pretty thick. This will snap and break if I push too hard anyway, so you just got to be really careful. Just take my time and let the tool do the work. There you go. Whoa, hot. Oh, the camera moved. Came out pretty good. Just got this little piece on here. Just do a little of this. It'll come off. Then I'll go in and maybe with a hand file. Just get rid of the burrs. And I'll probably end up having to repaint this anyways. Just to cover that shiny part up. Oh man. Come on. Come on. There you go. So there it is, close up. Came out pretty good. It could still use a little more sanding or filing. But I think I'm almost ready to try to install it, because I'm going to install this piece first. It's one long piece of the rubber. I'm going to hang off of both sides. And then install each other piece behind it. trying to figure out the best way to put holes in this rubber so I could drive the screws through and screw them into the cab. I'm going to try a drill, but seems to work. And that's the size hole that I used to make the slots in the metal. I just drill and then rotate it back and forth. But I want a little, maybe a little left and right, so I'm going to go with a little bigger drill bit. Now that I show you this from the outside first, it's really coming along well. I started up on the top here and worked my way around the B-pillar. I'm going to come around and show you the inside. Hopefully you got enough light to see that. So there's the top piece. Working my way back. Turn the corner, and then the piece ends. And then you pick up with the second piece. I'm going to pull back. It goes right down the B-pillar. And then dies into the, there's a pocket. I stuffed it in there. And the only thing I think I have to do for detail is try to figure out something to join these two pieces. Something similar to that for over here. And maybe I can hammer something out or bend something or use the old piece that from the original. I can bend something to join those and kind of give it a finished look, because it just does, I don't like the way it looks now. Now I'll put a sheet metal screw here to finish it, and a sheet metal screw here, but something's got to join those together to finish it. And it's going to be the same thing when I come over here and start coming down the A-pillar. The A-pillar piece starts, I think, around here. There's a 2-inch gap, and then it'll run right down the A-pillar and finish that up. So it's coming along nice. I'll show it to you again on the next video when the door's in. I think this is enough for tonight, or this video, and I want to thank everybody for watching, and I appreciate all the tips everybody's given me. A couple of guys text me directly, and have a good night. Take care.